Pat Soul from On Two Wheels here in Jackson, Michigan. Been with On Two Wheels here going on 13 years. A longtime Jackson native. I grew up in the surrounding area and I've been part of the cycling community since about early 90s. I actually bought my first bicycle from On Two Wheels here about 1989. That happens to be the year that On Two Wheels opened. I live just off of Kibbe Road by the Kibbe Cod Market. I will often commute back and forth to the shop here, taking in part of the Falling Waters Trail, Kibbe Connector through Cascades, and then through the neighborhoods over to the corner of Lawrence and Wildwood here. The busiest part of my commute for the streets is really Michigan Ave from about Remax up to Lawrence Ave, which is always been a safe route for me to take, even though it's busy. I've never been threatened on that section of the road. Well, that's about a 4.5-5 mile route that I can easily turn into 8 to 10 miles by taking in some of the neighborhoods before I get to work. Here at On Two Wheels, we are a mom and pop store. We sell to the local community. We do a lot of entry-level bikes. We focus on sales and service and supporting the community, be it through either bicycle donations, making sure that we're taking care of the people that come in through our doors, making sure that they're riding safe bikes, whether it's a bike that was bought from us or from someplace else. We just want to make sure that people that are riding in the Jackson community feel safe with the equipment that they're riding. We opened up here in 1989. It is still a family-owned bike shop. I've been here about 13 years now. Adam, who purchased the bike shop from his dad, Chris, purchased the shop at the same time that I came into On Two Wheels. And we're here just to inspire people to get on bicycles and ride and experience the life at a little bit different type of a pace than what they often do in cars. Our average customer is going to be that customer that wants to step into a bike shop quality bike. We hear this quite a bit is, we're not racers like you guys are. I haven't raced a bicycle in quite a while. I have, but that's not my focus. My focus is enjoying a bicycle ride, going out with my family and meeting other riders. My rider is going to be a beginner rider, a recreational rider. We certainly do have customers that are looking for the high-end road bikes or mountain bikes, but the majority of my customers are people that just want to have a good quality bike that they feel comfortable will last them for many years. And they want to experience the differences in what they can get from a bike shop bike to a department store brand bike. But we also know that not everybody aspires to have that level of bike. So we want to make sure that bike that they bought at Target or Myers or Walmart is functioning in the way that it should. So when they're out riding, they can have enjoyment in the bike that they've purchased. So we're experienced mechanics. This is what I do for a living. I'm a bicycle rider, professional mechanic, salesperson, but also I have the knowledge of knowing what type of question to ask somebody. Where are you going to ride your bike? What kind of riding do you want to do? Maybe what the bike that you have, what it does for you and what it doesn't do for you. Those are questions that I ask to help them pick out the perfect bike that they want. So we have bike riders in Jackson from young to old, from experienced to non-experienced, to people that just want to dip their toes in water and see what the bicycle world is about. We sell a lot of e-bikes now. E-bikes are a great avenue for people that maybe they can't ride the bikes like they used to, or they want to get some exercise, and for some kind of medical condition or reason, or they just feel that they want a little bit of an assist. We know what type of e-bikes to sell to people and how they can use them and what they can do. One of the things that we do as your local bike shop here in Jackson, because we have been riding the city streets and in the country roads for so long, we know where you should ride at, what roads you should be taking, and can give you directions on where to go out for a 5 or 10 or 20 or even 100-mile bike ride. We can point you into safe streets, safe roads out in the county to ride on. A lot of the things that we see is what is safe and what isn't safe. Making sure we're wearing bright clothing. And even beyond bright clothing, it's not necessarily the color of clothing that we're riding in. Having a flashing headlight and a flashing taillight will bring a lot of attention to our riders. If you're somebody who doesn't want to ride the Falling Waters Trail, maybe you're not into mountain biking, You don't want to be confined to riding the same path back and forth. We have the knowledge of helping you find the roads in southeast, northeast, northwest Jackson County, which are some of the best roads that you can go out and ride on. And we can help you pick out which roads are safe and which ones I would steer clear of. But we can also help people that maybe want to ride. They're not comfortable riding on the city streets. They're not comfortable riding on the country roads. The Falling Waters Trail is a beautiful path that leads from southwest Jackson to Concord. It's about 11 miles one way through country fields, through the middle of Lime Lake, that the only thing you're going to pass is going to be other bike riders and runners. So it's a really nice avenue to get out and get your exercise. People use it year round. There can be people on a snowy day out riding the trail or running or walking it, and then that trail will actually traverse eventually all the way across the state of Michigan, because it actually turns from the Falling Waters Trail. It will connect to the Mike Levine Trail, which is on the northeast side of town, which will take you all the way over to US 23. So it's about a 45-mile one-way path when you get on it on the east side of town. One of our original founders heavily participated in the funding and helping grow the Falling Waters Trail, getting all the legislative work and all the passing going through for that trail. I remember when that trail was being developed, it was one of the things where people seen the money and the commitment that was going into it, and they thought it was a trail that would never get used, which is quite the opposite. That trail is used heavily year-round. There are people from all over the state that come down to ride our Falling Waters Trail. And that is just one of the best things that we can see, is giving people the avenue to be able to exercise in a safe place. Part of our experience here at On Two Wheels is knowing the local areas of mountain biking, people that maybe don't want to ride pavement but want to experience off-road single track mountain bike trail. I still hear it today as, well, there's no mountains in the area. What do you need a mountain bike for? Well, Ellishark Park right here has got about 11 miles of single track trails back to the woods, jumping over rocks and roots and getting away from people. So if you don't want to be around a lot of people, mountain biking will help you separate that area. But also without that, we have got, within an hour's drive, we've got some of the best trails in the nation. To the west of us, we have Fort Custer. To north of us, there's several trails in the Lansing area, DTE in Waterloo Rec area, Ottawatomie Trail, that are just absolutely gorgeous to ride. We're kind of in a unique spot here where we have beautiful country roads for pavement riding. We've got, just outside of the city limits, we've got stretches where you can get onto gravel roads and ride dirt roads without having to leave the community. And then the mountain bike trails, within an hour's drive of Jackson, you've got several different type of trails, whether it be a flow style trail that's man-made, a little bit more groomed and tailored to off-road riding, to true Michigan single track, which is basically just cutting a path through the trails and not so manicured that it's your groomed flow trail. So yeah, you're within an hour's drive of some of the best trails in the nation. If gravel riding, dirt road riding is something that you like, Washtenaw County, just east of us, has got 800 miles of gravel roads in that community that is just absolutely gorgeous to ride on. I think above and beyond anything, if you have interest in riding a bike, maybe you can't run anymore and you want to maintain exercise and fitness, you owe it to yourself to stop into On Two Wheels. We will help you pick out a bike. We'll set you in the right direction. We've been here for 35 years, since 1989. We are growing. We are going strong. We are the experts in Jackson County. We can certainly help you talk about bikes. Hope that you purchase from us here at On Two Wheels. But if you don't, we can give you directions on what you need.